All right. I know I've been dancing around Twitch for the last couple of days, testing different things out. But I am excited to finally get a video out and talk about what I've got planned, what we got going on. Um, if any of you guys, the few followers that I already had, may have noticed, I'm now under a different name, D Machine DMs, and that is because I am a dungeon master in a D&D campaign with a few of my friends, and I am going to start streaming those on Twitch as well as recording them to post onto YouTube. Um, Anyone who's been watching my Facebook or Discords who may have already gotten a link for one or a couple of the videos, I apologize. I got super excited and I didn't edit them at all. There was just a lot of fat that needed to be trimmed off of it. And so I pulled them back down, re-edited it, and now I think within the next 10-15 minutes, the first session should be ready to go, and to be back and posted, and I will tell everyone, Facebook, Discord, word of mouth. I know only a handful of people know that I'm starting this project, but I'm excited to kind of get it out there. But I am Damien, or D Machine, and friends and I are playing some Dungeons and Dragons on a bi-weekly schedule. So we had just played 2 days ago. That was October 1st, and we had a blast. It was a really long 8-hour session. We did record it. It's going to take me a little bit of time to edit it and go through it. But just to kind of start it out, I'm doing an intro letting you know what's going on. This is a homebrewed 5e world based on a video game that I really loved called Black Desert Online. This is purely for fun, but more specifically, it's because I'm just really bad at taking notes during the session. I get so excited talking with the players in voices and in character that I'm just caught up in the moment, and I don't think about writing something down that could be really important for later. Someone mentioned, like, hey, you should just record the sessions and then go back over them later and take better notes. It's like, well, that's a great idea. I actually got some really good notes, and then the rest of my party was like, well, since we're already recording, why don't we just stream it? A few of us are already dabbled with streaming on Twitch and making content for YouTube. That one guy, Josh, who plays our bard, he's a streamer named TOG Play. That one guy Play. He has some great content, and another friend of ours, TJ. I can't remember his screen name at the moment, but he plays our fighter with a bow, not a ranger, but he chose a fighter class. And he was streaming some Rocket League and Call of Duty for a while. So this is not 100% new to a lot of us, but it's still going to be a learning experience. I have some unfortunate news of the first video that you guys will be finding, other than this one, is actually session number 11. So that means there's 10 sessions of me wishing that I had recorded them, simply for better note-takings. And I have every intention to sit down with the rest of the players and kind of do like an interview, talking about their characters, and basically how they got from where they started to where they met up and to where they are. D&D sessions can go anywhere between 2 hours and 8 hours, and for 10 sessions have an average of 3 to 4 hours. That's a lot of content that is unfortunately missed, and I hope to bring them in and catch you guys up so that you guys have a better idea of what's in there, what's in the world, what they've done, and what's striving them, I guess, is a really good way of putting it. With that being said, I want to welcome you to the campaign named The War on Mittalon. And I have a quick little writing that I wrote out way back when I first started thinking about all of this, that I told all of the players for the first couple of sessions, just to kind of get their head in the right space, and I'm going to tell it to you guys as well, so hopefully you guys watch this couple-minute video before diving into the first video of 6 hours, and maybe some of it makes a little bit more sense before we can get to the, we'll call it prequel. The War on Mittalon. A vast and beautiful continent of diverse characters, creatures, and biomes. Almost 2 decades ago, this land was united. Humans and elves were treated equally. Tieflings and Dragonborn were trusted scholars, leaders, and friends. Until one single night, the peace was vanquished. Today, this beautiful continent is separated and cutthroat. The dwarves have made great allies with the humans. The humans' creative nature and love for all sentient beings made them compassionate and thoughtful. However, their warriors were just as cunning, fearless, and mighty as the dwarven soldiers. Together, they have made a safe haven for refugees pushed from their homes from the other territories. Together, they protect the state of Iorn. To the south, the elves have claimed the dense forest and icy tundra of Ephron. The elves defend the most dangerous terrain Mittalon has to offer. The dark forest is home to many of the most ferocious creatures that many believe to be fallacies and myths. The icy tundra and steep mountains could only be traversed by the strongest of will. Without the help of magic is thought to be impossible. The elves themselves seem to be ageless and mighty, greatly intelligent and graceful beings that think themselves as the superior being of the realm. The Tieflings and the Dragonborns have set aside their differences to form the state of Decry. As the war began, the people quickly turned on the Tieflings and Dragonborn. Tieflings were the first to blame, descendants of an all-powerful demon. They were always the reason for people's bad comings. Most Dragonborn fled as fear struck the world, as the dragons attacked on that terrible night, conquering the most protected cities and villages. The next morning, after the dust had settled, they were gone. That's the intro to our D&D campaign that all of my players know and still confuse some of the words on. But it is a very exciting story that I cannot wait to be further fleshed out with my friends and to tell you guys the story as well. Now remember, every other week we will be playing D&D. I will get a actual schedule put up onto Twitch here soon, and then I'm gonna aim to do the opposite weeks and do a review slash commentary uh, type deal where I sit here in front of my computer and watch the video. You guys can watch it with me, hang out with me, ask me questions, and if we get enough questions for some of the players, I will be more than happy to call them up on Discord or even invite them over and we can do an interview asking them your guys' questions. But until next time, I will see you at the table.